For today's instructional video, we will be illustrating how to do a capillary solder joint by using copper pipe. In order to illustrate this task, our colleague Jenna will assist. Always ensure that you have the right tools and equipment handy. These include measuring equipment like a tape measure, a pencil to mark out, sandpaper to clean our pipe, a pipe cutter, flux and solder, a flux brush to apply our flux, a gas torch, our copper pipe and fitting, and most important, our appropriate PPE, which includes our full body overall that covers our arms and legs, leather gloves, and safety glasses. Last but not least, we will need a damp cloth to clean our work once we are completed. We are now ready to start with the first procedure. We will measure and cut our copper pipe to the required length as indicated on our plan. Once we've measured, we will use our wheel-type pipe cutter to cut our copper pipe. Always ensure that your pipe is inserted properly into the wheels and then secure your copper pipe only slightly. Once the copper pipe is secured, we will rotate our pipe cutter 3 times, give it a quarter turn and rotate another 3 times until we are cut all the way through. Once our pipe is cut, we will remove the burr from the inside of our pipe with a deburring tool on the back of our pipe cutter. We are now ready to prepare for soldering. Firstly, we will use sandpaper to remove oxidization from the outside of our pipe. After we've cleaned the outside of our pipe with the sandpaper, we will also clean our fitting on the inside to remove oxidization. After we've cleaned our fitting and our pipe, we are now ready to put our pipe into position in a pipe vise to ensure that our assembly is stable, after which we can apply our flux using a flux brush, which will prevent further oxidization and promote the flow of solder. We will apply flux to the outside of the pipe and the inside of the fitting on both pipe sections. After we've applied our flux, we will wipe the excess flux off our assembly with a damp cloth. We are now ready to solder our pipe. Before starting with the hot works, ensure that you wear safety glasses and leather gloves to protect yourself. Once prepared, we are ready to start with our soldering. Using an appropriate gas torch, we will open the torch slightly, after which we can now light the torch for soldering. Once we have set our flame to the appropriate speed, we can start heating our fitting from the bottom corner, keeping it in position so that the heat gets evenly distributed throughout the fitting. After heating for a couple of seconds, we can test by just striking the solder lightly onto our pipe to see whether we have reached the appropriate temperature for soldering. Once our pipe is hot enough, we can apply our solder to our fitting, taking care not to use too much solder. The heat of the flame will draw all of the solder into the joint due to the capillary action that is promoted by the flux that has been applied. After we are done soldering, we can use a damp cloth to give our pipe a wipe and remove excess flux so that further oxidization is prevented. Our solder joint is now complete.